Owner and instructor of Flow&Paddle. This is your on-land instruction. We will begin with putting on a life jacket and fitting it. Here is your PFD or your personal flotation device. Putting on the jacket just like you would a normal jacket, buckling it from the bottom to the top, ensuring that it's tightest. So starting here at the bottom, tightening it until it does not tighten anymore, and making sure that it does not go up and over your ears. You will notice that there is a whistle right here. That is in case you need that for safety. I will show you one more PFD or life jacket. That is an inflatable life jacket. Here, you would wrap this around your waist. You'll notice again there is a whistle, and I also have a quick release when I need to inflate the jacket. Here is your paddle fitting. Here is your paddle. I want you to stand up straight, place that blade directly in front of your feet. This T-top moves up and down. It's adjustable, so I want you to straighten whichever arm, bend at the wrist, bringing that T-top all the way up to the wrist crease up there. Once you get that height, simply lock the paddle in place so that T-top does not move. Most important thing about this paddle is this blade down here. You want to make sure that the angle blade is going forward, and you also want to make sure that the whole blade is fully submerged while you are paddling. If you only have half of that blade into the water, you're going to make yourself work just a little bit harder. Different parts of the board. The front is called the nose. The back is called the tail. The sides are called the rails. This whole top piece right here is called the deck pad. Feels very similar to a yoga mat, so of course I recommend no shoes, but it is truly up to you. If you want to wear shoes, you can. If you don't want to wear the shoes, you can slide them right here under the bungee, or else anything extra that you bring on your trip, like water. Also have our leash right here. This leash will go around whatever ankle feels more comfortable to you. That ensures if you do come off of your board, you're only going so far from your board. Your board is the biggest flotation device that there is, so you always want to get back to the board as quick as possible. How to put this leash on: you pick whatever ankle feels more comfortable and strap it tightly around your ankle. As we enter onto the board, we're going to get onto our knees first. First, you are going to notice that there is a fin underneath of the tail down there. That is why the board is backwards. You always want to walk the board in until up to your shins or up to your knees. So, once you get into your board, you walk the board in till about up to your shins. You get onto your knees. Getting the whole paddle into the water, getting enough momentum. Once you have enough momentum and you feel comfortable, you will place the paddle directly in front of you. You will place one foot on one side of the handle, get that other foot set exactly where you want it. It's not easy to move the feet once you stand up. So get those feet set exactly where you want them, about hip-width distance apart. Come up, bring the paddle with you. Now once you're standing, you will always have the top hand up at the T-top no matter what. I always say whatever side you are paddling on, you'll have the opposite hand on top. We call this motion stabbing the fish or stabbing the kelp. It is your forward stroke. So you'll see my top arm is straight, second hand is about halfway down. I'm stabbing down at the fish or at the kelp. You will feel this in your core as this is a full body, low impact workout. You will paddle back to your feet. Don't need to paddle much further than your feet. Also don't need to shovel the water up and out. You will get yourself tired doing that. It's fun to get each other wet, but again, you'll get yourself tired. So again, I'm stabbing down at the fish or kelp. I'm gonna bring back to my feet, and then I recover up towards the nose. Notice that I stay low on my recovery. I'm not going way up out here with the paddle. Again, you're going to get yourself tired. So one more time, forward stroke. I'm going to stab down at the fish or kelp. I'm going to bring back to my feet, and then I recover. Keeping the paddle closer to the board will get you to stay straight. If you go out wider, that is more of a wide forward stroke that will get you to turn. It's not a complete turn, but it will get you out of the way of things. So to slow down or stop, generally just place the paddle into the water, maybe create a backward stroke. So going from the back to the front, again, keeping that paddle closer to the board will get you to slow down or stop straight, whereas going out wide will get you to slow down, stop, or turn all in one. So the turn we work on is called the sweeping turn. Whatever way you want to turn is the way you'll start in the back at the tail. So if I want to make a left turn, I start here at the left tail. I sweep around like a half crescent moon or half circle. The wider that half crescent moon or half circle is, the sharper the turn is. Remember, get that whole blade into the water as well. You notice I'm shifting my hips. It's just so I do not fall into the water. All right, left side, left turn, same thing, right side. Right side, start at the tail, sweep around all the way to the nose. Remember, get that whole blade into the water. So left side, left turn, right side, right turn. If you happen to fall off the board, I want you to fall off the sides, which are the rails. If you notice yourself falling backwards, I want you to try running off of the board so you do not hit your head. Other than that, you will come off the side, which is the rail. Leave the paddles as they float. They will not go nowhere. Just remember, get back to the board as quick as possible. Also remembering that this leash is on your ankle, so you're only going so far from your board. Once you swim back to your board, you're gonna reach across the opposite rail to get back onto your board. Second hand can go right here into the middle to help lift you up onto your board. It takes a little upper body to strength to get up onto your board. You can do it. Just breathe and get up there. It does not need to look pretty. You can look like a flapping fish, I say. So you're gonna pull yourself up onto your board, come prone, which is belly, surfer paddle or prone paddle to go get that floating paddle. Other than that, know that your knees is the safe zone. So if you ever feel like you're gonna crash with someone or something, come down to your knees. If you feel sick, feel tired, if it's too windy, also coming down lower, coming down to the knees. If knees ever start hurting, you also have the option to come sitting. A couple safety tips for you here at Lake Lorraine. We have to stay 50 feet or more from the water fountain, whether it is going or not. There will be a big platform in the middle of the lake, and remembering to stay 50 feet or more from that water fountain. Sides of lakes, sides of rivers are the most calm. They are called eddies, so if it is very windy out there, just knowing coming to one of those sides are going to be the most calm. It is 17 feet at its deepest here at Lake Lorraine. The water is stocked with fish. There is turtles, there is muskrats, there is geese, there is plenty of wildlife here also at Lake Lorraine, and just being mindful of the wildlife here. If you are going to crash with someone or a boat, you will always veer to the right. You will never try to go in front of a boat. You will always go behind a boat. Remember to always wear your life jacket at all times. Thank you for watching Flow&Paddle at Lake Lorraine's safety video. If you have any further questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to us. Have fun on your walk on water.